Good morning, Vernon. This is Karen Davino, Superintendent of Schools with Dr. McKay.
Good morning.
Assistant Superintendent. We are so excited to be here. We finally have beautiful, beautiful weather for the end of the school year. No wind. We're excited. And we're going to share with you in a little while some outstanding achievements of our high school students. But first, we have some kind of end of the year business that we need to attend to.
Absolutely.
The other night on Tuesday, we hosted a capstone celebration. I was really pleased with the turnout. We had lots of people there, Hall of Fame, Teachers of the Year, retirees. But you know what, when you host an event like that of such magnitude, sometimes you make mistakes. I made a few mistakes. Dr. McKay made a couple of
Absolutely.
mistakes. We really want to set the record straight because we care so deeply about our faculty and staff and students. I hate thinking that we miss anybody or misspoke in any way. So we're going to try to clean a little bit of that up, right?
Sure.
So let's start.
I'm going to joke about the evening because, of course, we loved it and it was a great time for all. But I called it a two evening. It was too windy, too cold, and there was too much of us and too long and all that. But also it was a four evening. It was for our community, it was for our kids, and it was for our teachers. So if you add the math together, we had a 6 out of 6. So it was a great time for everyone. And we know it was cold and we know it was windy, but we really appreciate it. But there was a couple of things. When I introduced Laura Scovell, of course, is a mainstay in Rolling Hills.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, I said that the school can't exist without her, but I mentioned Lounsbury Hollow.
Right.
So to Laura, I apologize. And
I think Lounsbury was next on the agenda.
I think,
and sometimes you get a little off with those things,
these
right?
type of things happen. And then to Jeff DeYoung, we missed you.
My apologies.
Yeah, and
well, I recognized Mr. DeYoung, but I didn't share your memory, Jeff, so I'm so sorry. It was misplaced in my binder. So kudos to Jeff, of course, for his years of service and for everything he's done.
And he talked about his connection with his kids and all the things that he does in the classroom. So it was important to mention that. And then I was talking to Sue Kozlowski, and she said this, that we missed her segment. And here's what she said. I remember it like it was yesterday, walking through the doors of Walnut Ridge on my first day, the excitement I felt starting my professional career as a speech language specialist, the colleagues I met through those first few days I continue to be proud of, and those strong friendships have been a privilege my entire teaching life. So I wanted Sue to know that we wanted to read that as well. So to Sue, and to Jeff, and to Laura, and to anybody else that we missed, like I said, we're really trying. And on that note, we're about to talk to the baseball team, but I wanted to talk about the other night where there was a slip-up with the video. I want everybody to know that it wasn't Mr. Foley's fault.
Right, these things happen. I mean, you know, the video was proofed, and then it went out to the videographer for one final look, and there were some mistakes made at the very end. So our apologies to the baseball team. It was not meant to be a slight whatsoever. Mr. Foley has personally raked the infield of the baseball field.
Absolutely.
He cares very deeply about the program, and it was not done by any intention, by any means, or by anybody here in the district. And listen, mistakes happen. We made mistakes at the capstone. That's why we're talking to you today.
About it.
It's also the end of a really tumultuous school year, right? So I made mistakes in reopening at different times, and I have to take full responsibility for that as superintendent.
We've made enough mistakes in all of our decisions. And the truth of the matter, this was not a decision. It was just an oversight. And again, to Mr. Foley and Coach Myron, you have our complete support. This is the situation.
And to our baseball players who had a wonderful season. You know, we really just wanted to take the opportunity to let everybody know that and how important it is, and that this is how we learn and grow, right? When these things happen, and nobody is really above any of those things. But to Mr. Foley, who works tirelessly for every athletic program in our school, we thank him for his continued support. And up next,
you're going to interview.
Oh my gosh, we have the most amazing interview. Dr. McKay and I get to sit down with our championship baseball team. Folks, you don't want to miss this interview. The gentlemen that we get to speak to are just true gentlemen, right? Ball players, gentlemen. We're so proud of our young men and their accomplishments. So stay tuned to the rest of this podcast. Do not miss the interview with our Vernon Township High School varsity baseball team. They were truly amazing. Good morning, Vernon. My name is Karen Davino. I am the superintendent of schools. I have to the right of me Dr. McKay, assistant superintendent.
Good morning, folks.
And I am so excited today to be hosting a really special podcast with your 2021 Vernon Township High School baseball team. These gentlemen this year won the league championship for the first time since 2003. So that's an 18-year streak that these fine young gentlemen broke this year. So first, a round of applause. Congratulations. Very, very special, exciting event. We're going to take a few minutes. First, full disclosure, we have never interviewed this many people before on a podcast, so we're going to do the best we can. But it's really important that our community understands how proud we are of our baseball team. This accomplishment could not have happened without tremendous teamwork, great athleticism, and wonderful coaching from Coach Myron and his coaching staff. So congratulations to everybody. First, we're going to talk to one of our captains. First, Bob, how many captains are there, and who are the captains besides you?
We have 3 captains, myself, Zach, and DJ, who is currently not here.
Okay, so what's the most important thing about being a captain with a season like this?
Well, like a season like this, you have to have everybody as a team starting off. You want everybody to play as a team, be close together, like.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a sense in the beginning of the season that you were going to be this good? Like, was there a sense that this is really going to be your year?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. How come? So what gives you? You talked about being together, right, and being a team. So, like Dr. McKay said, any examples of how you felt that this was a good year for you?
Well, outside of high school, we have our travel team.
Okay.
So many of us, including the younger kids, play together on that, and we just won our fifth tournament.
That's great. Good for you. And then what about, I know you guys did a really big service project this year at the beginning of the school year, I think raking leaves and that kind of thing. So, I mean, community service is kind of new. It used to happen all the time, but it's kind of new. I mean, how does that impact your teamwork, like outside of school?
Yeah, I think it really brings us together as a team and also helps us build ourselves around the community and helps build a really healthy environment with the fans as well as, you know, around our sport.
That's really important too, right? Because then people look at you, you know, remember the little guys who are in like little league are looking at all of you thinking they can't wait to be at the high school and play at this level, and that's really, really huge. So what about a favorite game or a time during the season when you felt like, you know, this might be a really tough win for you, or did somebody want to share any favorite memories about the season?
Pequannock, definitely.
Pequannock?
Yeah,
I'm hearing Pequannock. How come? What happened in Pequannock?
What was it, 7th inning we started scoring?
Yeah.
So we had Justin holding them all game, no runs. Then 7th inning comes around, Derek hit a big home run after I hit a sac fly, and then Dad scored 3 runs, won the game off that.
Wow. So it was like 7 innings, no score from us?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that last
No
inning
score
we
from
scored 3.
anybody.
No score from anybody?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. So how does that win feel at the end?
Feels great.
We battled till the end. That's it.
Yeah, you battled to the end. That's awesome. Dr. McKay, other things you're thinking about?
I'm thinking about a game in which there was no scoring the whole time. How nervous were you when you were getting up? The guy who hit the home run, how nervous were you when you got up? That the game was on the line?
I knew I had to get in a run.
Yeah, you just had to get contact on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
you
what
did?
did it feel like when it went over the fence?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Tell me something. When you did a home run trot, were you able to slow down, or were you so pumped up you just raced around the bases?
I just took like a jog.
You did. You were able to. Yeah, good, good. And the pitcher who held them,
Awesome.
what was that game like?
Crazy.
Were you looking at the bench going, "Would somebody please score a run for me"?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you say those things to the guys? No.
No.
Maybe in your mind.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
I tried boosting them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All he was saying is give us 1 run. and
One
he's got
run,
it.
we win the
1
game.
run.
I told them that.
That's right, because if you're holding Pequannock,
Yep.
and we get that 1 run,
We're
we're
gonna win.
golden. Good for you. Other moments in the season that were like, you know, feeling. What about winning the championship? I mean, that's huge. So, what was that like?
Yeah, that was our first game after Kittatinny.
Yep.
All we needed to do was win that game, and we won the conference. So that was a good feeling. What was it? We scored 4
runs.
or 4-0.
Yeah.
So that was a very good feeling.
And then you guys had the opportunity to play in front of almost the whole school last week, right? Which is pretty cool, right? Because you had a game like kind of at noon or something in the middle of the day when we were on full days. Yeah. Was it nice to have your classmates and stuff watching and teachers?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it was really
Yeah,
nice to have
Charlie
everyone
gave
cheer
him
us
a
on
chance.
during the school
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
All the teachers brought their students out.
Yeah, as
Really
well they
good feeling.
should, right? I mean, we wanted our faculty to come out and bring the students out to support you. How many of you are seniors? Show of hands. Yeah, that's really a big deal, right? And congratulations to all of you for finishing your high school senior year and your high school career with such a big win.
Absolutely.
What happens next year for Coach Myron and the rest of you guys who are not graduating?
Same result. You know, I think
Awesome.
they're
Go win.
Yep, they're all hoping to do the
Continue
same
to
and
win.
repeat what we did this year. So
Yeah, that's great.
Very good. Very
Other
good.
things you're thinking
I
of,
think,
Dr.
I think
McKay?
the biggest thing that Coach Myron has brought to the program was that volunteer piece. He sent me pictures of you guys raking lawns, etc. What did you learn from that experience, or what have you learned from Coach about being involved in your community?
Just building character to yourself. Helping the community was a big part, and knowing that people who need help could use people like us and our help who are able to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, Coach Myron's not here, but I'm not afraid to pay him a compliment. That's one of the most outrageous things that have happened this year. He sent me pictures, and I really thought I'm so proud of people who are able to help others. So
Absolutely.
good work, Coach.
The other
Good
thing
work.
is that it probably made you feel good about helping other folks too, right? I mean, they were grateful for what you did, but you walked away with a sense of character and pride that Coach Myron asked you to participate in, and then you got something out of it. What about plans after high school? Anybody want to share what's happening in the fall for you? College? Anything happening for some of our seniors? What's going on?
I'll start.
Okay.
So I'm attending Centenary University.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Major chosen?
Major criminal justice with a minor in forensics, and I'm going to try to
Congratulations.
walk on for baseball.
Awesome. Awesome. Who else?
I will be attending TCNJ, and I
Excellent.
will be going for health and exercise science.
Good for you. Excellent. Who else?
I'm going to Rowan University for mechanical engineering, and I'm also gonna try to play baseball there too.
Outstanding.
Awesome. So great. Who's next for our seniors?
I'll be attending Sussex County Community College. Currently I don't know my major, but I do plan on playing baseball there.
Yeah, and the
Good.
great thing about
Good for
SCCC is that those credits are going to transfer anywhere you go after that. So that's really a great start. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good.
I'll be attending William Patterson for physical education and health, and I plan on playing baseball in the fall.
Good.
Excellent.
I'm going to be entering the United States Air Force
Nice.
next year, and looking forward to that, having a career in there.
More service.
Yes.
Excellent.
And then I'm attending the University of New Haven, and I'm majoring in criminal justice with a concentration in national security. And I'm also going to try to play baseball there too.
Wow.
Yeah. Very good. Very
Wow.
good.
Congratulations. Really, I mean, such an amazing season. And for myself, just to get the opportunity to sit and hear about you. And everybody knows that every time I do a podcast, I always talk to the parents out there who have younger children and say, this is what happens at Vernon Township High School. We have amazing athletic teams and opportunities. You have a championship baseball team here. So many of our young men going on to do wonderful things. I really appreciate your service, in our military. I think that's quite an accomplishment. Thank you. And for the gentlemen going on to college and to career, these are wonderful accomplishments. You guys are role models, whether you realize it or not or feel it or not. There's one day of school left, right, for seniors. You're real role models to the younger people in our community, and that's really important. The service you provided is a hallmark now of the baseball program and something you should be really proud of.
Yes. To Coach Myron and his staff, congratulations on your leadership. This is outstanding.
All right, folks, right? So
There you
that's a
have it.
wrap. Like, the year is over.
Absolutely.
Right? Can you believe it? I don't know how we got to this point, but
Right.
somehow we made it.
Right.
The year's not totally over. What do we have going on this summer?
Well, listen, first of all, congratulations to you as superintendent. 165 days the school doors were open out of 184. Outstanding
Thanks,
job.
that's a lot.
Outstanding job. We were here. Our students were here. We did the best we possibly
Hybrid
could.
for a good portion of it, but
Absolutely.
kids were here, faculty was here, hopefully setting the stage for the fall when
Yes, we're back.
there will be no virtual learning,
Nope.
right? According to the governor.
We're gonna
and
be
we will
back.
all be back with a sense of normalcy and really moving toward what school means, which are connections between kids and faculty, so important.
Towards those ends, we have summer programs going on throughout
Mm-hmm.
the district, which will be happening right away from June 21st for some of them, all the way through to August. So we hope to see everybody and catch up with everyone in a more relaxed atmosphere.
Yes, we are open.
In order to make sure that we all transition well into the next school year. But we're going to be open this summer, so hope to see you soon.